Hello, Donnie. Move this a little closer. Hello. I'm not sure of your name. This is great. If you could just say your name if you like, and where you're from. Hello. Put up my volume. I'm wondering if you have been to this meditation before, this inner mentor meditation. If so, maybe send up some hearts. Or if not, maybe you could write first time. No pressure, no pressure. Sometimes people don't really want to do that. But I'm happy to have you here. Happy to see people coming in as we get ready for this. First time, welcome. Moyo Yo-Yo, hello. Fiona, hello. If you'd like to say where you're from and your first name, that would be awesome. If not, don't feel obligated. We're going to start in just a few minutes. I am here in Long Beach, New York. It is beautiful out today, a really beautiful day. Hello, Andrea. Welcome. Hello, Just Karina. This is great. I'm recognizing some folks who've been here before. That's wonderful. And if you want to say where you're from, that would be great. We are going to have a beautiful, short meditation in which, once again, you are going to connect with your own inner guidance. Thank you, Andrea. That's great. That's great. This is a beautiful process. It's a surprising process. Canada. Wonderful. I'll be visiting Montreal for the first time in like 25 years soon. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, yeah. I love this meditation. It's helped me learn to trust myself. That's like what it does. It's so true. It creates an easeful sense of self-connection, which, for me has been just a revelation. And Donnie's from Nashville. Awesome. Another place I really want to go. I've never been to Nashville. So I'm looking forward to doing this practice. We're going to do it soon, and I'm just so glad to share it. And I'm trying to figure out how to do reminders so that I can let all my followers set a reminder. So we are still working on that, but I'm hoping to have that by next Wednesday for all of you. I don't know the best way to do this. I guess if you want to put a hand up or something to let me know how many of you don't have a regular meditation practice, but it's something you would really like to have. You send up hearts with that or a hand. I'm just not sure what the emojis are. Well, this is a wonderful, wonderful, easy meditation that can kind of get you in the groove. Great. A thumbs up. Wonderful. I'm so glad. I'm going to say something about that. I am a huge proponent of, or acceptor of, sloppy spiritual practice. And I am someone who's been meditating really pretty regularly for almost 40 years. Um, and I am ADHD. I'm a sloppy meditator. But I've been meditating badly for decades, and so my meditations are pretty glorious because I never stopped meditating badly. So I'm sure that if I had much better focus, the arc of my experience would be even more intense. But my meditations are just wonderful because I let myself meditate sloppily with gusto and joy. And I've been doing that for so many decades. So 3 cheers for sloppy spiritual practice versus no spiritual practice, or spotty. Yay for sloppy versus spotty. And this is a meditation that's really sweet for beginners because you can literally do it in 30 seconds or in a minute. As you get to know your inner mentor space, you'll just tune in, see what messages are coming, and you will get surprising, sweet, guidance-filled insights. So if you've done the inner mentor process, why don't you put a thumbs up just so I see that? And meanwhile, before we start, I just want to share a thought that I had in my morning meditation this morning. In the morning, I go out, I sit on my balcony, I have a cup of coffee. Usually my dog sits next to me, and I just love doing my meditation in the morning with my cup of coffee. Again, sloppy spiritual practice, but I adore it and I do it, so that's a really good thing. Anyway, in my meditation, I was thinking about something that a client said to me. I might actually even put this on video separately, but she said to me that she was with a friend and a little child, and she said my friend kind of didn't get this. So she wasn't really able to get down on the floor and play with this child. She said, so that's what I did. I got down on the floor and I played with this child. She said, but the thing that I know is it kind of hurts a little to leave the adult world, step down to the floor, leave everything behind, and go into this kid land. It hurts. There's a pang where you don't really want to do it, and you get past that pang, and then you enter into that world. And I just thought, wow, no one has ever said that, but I get it. And I think the same thing is true with meditation. And the same thing is true with putting down our cell phone and speaking with the person we're with. There's a pang. It hurts a little. And that's okay. We step over that hurdle and enter into the land of connectedness. But for me, it has been so helpful to know that it's not an anomaly. It's not something that shouldn't happen. There's a little ouch associated for many of us with kind of coming out of our doing world and entering into a being world. It's ow, I don't wanna. And then we do, and it's a beautiful and healing thing, and we connect with the world and with ourselves. Anyway, with that thought that I'm, excited to share, because I think it's a really useful one, let's jump in and do the meditation. Okay, so take a moment, get comfortable in your seat. Take a breath in. Exhale and let it go. Good. Inhale again, and imagine that you're inhaling peace. And then when you exhale, just rest. Inhaling peace. Exhaling, just rest. We don't get to rest enough. We don't get permission to rest enough. And now, inhale peace and imagine resting kind of in your heart, in your emotional self. When you rest rest in your heart, in your feeling place, whatever's going on there now. So let's try that for a few breaths. Resting in your heart. Inhaling. Resting in your heart. Good, good. So now, I'd like you to remember a time, like in the last week or two, when you had a moment of pleasure that you felt. It didn't have to be a big one, it could be a light one, but just a moment of pleasure that you have felt. Let yourself kind of remember that, go back there. Remember the scent of that pleasure, what it felt like, what it tasted like, what it smelled like, what it was like in your body, what it was like in your emotions. And just let yourself kind of enjoy that in a really easy way. Like you could imagine being at the beach and maybe you're just sitting in the water, but like really close to the shore, and the waves are like gently lapping onto you. Or maybe you're deeper in and the waves are kind of caressing you, that current is caressing you. Let this memory be like that. Very light and easy. Good. And now, I'd like you to remember a time that you felt connected to your own inner guidance, your own inner wisdom. Maybe it was a time you were looking at a mountain, maybe you were in a boat, maybe you were meditating, maybe you were with a child or with an animal, or just somehow you kind of connected to your own inner wisdom place. Something hit you about someone you love, you had an insight. Any time at all that you just felt connected to your own inner richness. And just remember that. Breathe that memory in gently. What that was like. And here's a funny thing that happens. After you breathe in a memory like that, then you exhale and rest. Often, a moment after that, or a few moments after that, there's like a backwash of pleasure. So you don't always feel it, but sometimes you do. So remember that time of deep inner connection where you really felt connected to the richness and the dimensionality inside you. And just kind of breathe in that memory. Exhale and rest. And see if you don't notice that there's like a ripple that comes back after you do that. Just a ripple of pleasure that kind of like comes from the memory. Good, good. And now, I'd like you to think of a dream of a way you were longing to grow. More capable of intimacy, more capable of stillness, bolder, more creative, just one that like you're kind of longing for at this point, more adventurous, more organized, anything at all that like you're kind of longing for. And just picture the gratification of moving into that space more deeply, of accomplishing more toward becoming that person. Just kind of feel that imagination of like, oh yeah, this is you, more able to be that person. Just take a breath in. Exhale and let it go. And take another breath in and just picture that you want to become more of. Just picture that you. Exhale and just rest in that picture. And see then if there are like little ripples that come back of like pleasure feelings. Okay, good. Good. So now, and all of that was kind of a setup, a kind of like beginning foundation to move us into the next part, which is just simply an imagination exercise. This is like where you imagine the you kind of you love and dream of and want to be. A you more connected to your inner wisdom. A you more connected to the pleasures of life and able to enjoy those more. A you more connected to these qualities that you want to cultivate. Just picture that fabulous you. Like essence of you, you with your wisdom wings unfolded. Just picture, just imagine that you. What does your face look like? What do your eyes look like? What does your face radiate? What are you wearing? How are you standing or sitting? When you are this you, how do you feel? This is imagination, you don't have to earn it. How do you feel in your body when you are this fabulous you? Just enjoy that taste. And now, I'd like you to imagine becoming that you. It's an imagination process, but it's not, because it's you. It's you. It's the you you're dreaming of being. So imagine becoming that you, stepping into that you. Like you are behind the eyes of that you. You are in the heart, in the body of that you. Just imagine kind of how wonderful that is, how generative, how beautiful, how good. And from this place, look at the you of today who's maybe, struggling in some ways a little bit more, maybe more bewildered, maybe a little afraid to be the full-on you, dealing with some traumas that hold you back. Like, from this place of being the full inner mentor you, stay there. Stay in that fabulous you. But look at the you of today, who's kind of working on things. Look into the eyes of the you of today, who is trying so hard to grow. And call out guidance to the you of today from this inner mentor place. Like, just see what comes up. It's like you channel it. Just see what's in your heart that you want to call out to this you of today, that you're looking into their eyes. And call it out, or write it down, or whisper it, or say it silently. But do it now. Just see what comes. Let it come from this place. Good. Take another minute. You're going to be in the heart, in the belly of this meant to be you. Looking at the you of today. And just calling out whatever guidance you want to say. Anything. Whatever comes out of you. Just go for that. Take another few moments. Good, good. So now, I'd like you to shift and become the you of today. And feel what it's like to get that message, kind of the grace of that message. Feel what it's like to be seen, to be supported, to be guided like that. Just feel what that's like in your heart, to get that kind of organic, caring, warm guidance. And look at this inner mentor. Who is this you that you're meant to be? This is the you that the people who love you the most revel in about you. They adore this part of you. Just look at that you, that inner mentor, that you are kind of meant to become, meant to play in. And just kind of say thank you. And now, because we get to be wildly, wildly close to our own inner mentors and have a love relationship with them, open your arms and take your inner mentor into your arms and hold them gently so that their wisdom, their goodness, their kindness and care can kind of radiate onto you. Kind of like touching a saint, you get a blessing from it. Here you're getting a blessing from the you you're born to be. So kind of feel that. And just know that you can come back to your inner mentor anytime. That your inner mentor is always there. And just feel what it was like to be so close to your inner mentor. Feel what that was like. How that leaves your field, your state, your space. Good. And now, picture living this message that you got. Like in a light way, not like, urgently, but like holding this as something beautiful that you're going to live and work with. Just imagine what your week's going to be like if you do that. And I just want to say the message you got points you toward your magic, your mission, your place in the world, your creativity, your generativity, and your love. So I encourage you to love this child, this part of you that is your creation. Edward Hallowell, who wrote Driven to Distraction, a brilliant, brilliant writer, he said, the child that needs your love is not the child you pictured. It's the one who's right in front of you right now. So kind of holding yourself with love on your journey. So thank you all for listening. And if anybody wants to share your message just in the next couple minutes, feel free to do that, or if anyone has any questions. Meanwhile, I'm just going to say that I lead a very amazing 6-month intensive for just 12 people. The 12th and the 13th cohorts are just completing. The 14th and the 15th are just beginning. We have one on Thursday night, which is this close to being completely filled, going on waiting list status. And the one on Tuesday, which starts a little bit later in mid-July, is about half filled. But these are precious, amazing experiences, 26 weeks long. I lead every single week with the community, and it's for people who want to deepen their intimacy journey. So if you and find healthy love. So if you'd like to find out more, just go to deeperdatingintensive.com. And if it feels like it might be a match, because it's an intensive, it asks a lot, you can sign up for a free exploratory session with me. So I encourage people to do that. I invite people to do that if they like. Anyway, anybody have something that you want to share? A message that you got? Okay, here's what I'm going to ask. If you got a message, just send up some hearts. Don't even tell us what it is. Just send up some hearts so I can see that you got a message, which I'm sure all of you did. And I guess I'm going to say one more thing about that now. If you feel like you've sort of got a message, that means you got a message, and it's subtle. I really encourage you to honor it like that. You don't have to look for something big. Sometimes the artistry, the beauty is in those subtle, subtle messages, and then we sit with them and we go, oh yeah, that really fit me. Sometimes they're subtle because they're new insights given to us, really gently. Beautiful. Well, folks, we have come to time, please let your friends know about this. If you want to visit deeperdatingintensive.com, feel free. I love these hearts. That is awesome. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, I'm figuring out the functionality to make reminders about this, so I will be doing that. All my best to all of you. Have a fabulous week, and thank you.